This Liberty Sports Update is brought to you by Beacon Credit Union.
First, thoughts on today's game and just, Bats got going with runners and scoring late, left a lot on early, but just what changed in those later innings?
It's the best we've played all year. Just top to bottom. I thought Joe Adamets, I think you have to start there. That's as good as I've seen Joe with his fastball to both sides, his changeup in play, his slider. That's a tough at bat for anybody when you've got a guy that's got sink to his arm side. He can stick the fastball in on you. The changeup's in play and the slider. He was tipping his pitches early in the outing. We were, able to kind of catch on to that. Disappointing a little bit because I think if he wasn't tipping, then maybe he, has a chance to finish for us. Long sit for him there in the seventh, going back out for the eighth, and I thought about it. But it's one of those things where he deserved the opportunity to go out there. He was getting some quick outs, and so that being said, our offense finally strung it together. It's good to look in a box score and see your first 5 or 6 hitters have hits, and several of them have multiple hits. So we need to use this. This is what we've been looking for, what we feel like our team's capable of, and I'm looking forward to taking them on the road. We need to win a road game, as you guys know. So, yep.
We've talked about the season being a marathon and not a sprint, but the last couple weekends, Luke dropped the Friday game. Team's been able to come back Saturday, Sunday. What does that tell you about your team?
Yeah, it's there's some toughness and some grit and some veteran players in that lineup, and I think the thing that it speaks most to is our pitching. When your pitching can keep you in games. That was a pretty pathetic performance, I thought, Friday night offensively. And, for us to be able to say, okay, we got to go out there and set the tone on the mound, and Noah did that. And, Joe certainly did today. I thought all of our relievers the last 2 days with Troy, Landon, and Garrett have been outstanding. So, it's a good characteristic to have with your team, especially at home. You got to defend your home turf. And, we've got to understand who we are a little bit and what we're capable of, and take that on the road with us with, 4 games ahead of us that are going to be big ones.
Brady had a breakout.
Yeah, he did.
Today. Interesting that he not able to get the bunt down, then hits the home run.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about Brady's day today.
Yeah, we know what he's capable of, and you guys might think I'm crazy, just keep plugging him in there in the 3, 4, 5 hole, but, that's what he's capable of, and, I thought he was very good in getting himself in some good counts today. I was frustrated with him early in the game. He left us loaded. He left us, some guys in scoring position, but we talk about that a lot as a group is, you could be really, really bad in those first 2 at-bats and maybe 3, and that last at-bat or, those last couple opportunities for you can win us the game, and, he did. He got us on the board with the first one and then helped separate us quite a bit there with those 2 swings. So to have him be extra base hits is great too, because I know he's got some juice.
Bottom of the order's been coming through lately.
Yep.
Talk a little bit about those guys. That helps throughout the lineup, turn the lineup over.
It does, and I'll start with Jalen because I thought he didn't have the day he wanted to today, but I thought he was outstanding on Friday and Saturday, and some really big hits for us. The kid plays with energy, and he brings us a lot out there in center field. Our guys really trust him, and we know when the ball goes up that just about every ball's got a chance to be caught. So, with a kid like that that's got that kind of energy, and he's a fun teammate to be around, you like to see that. Drew Bachman was great yesterday. Schilling did some things for us today. So, there's some pieces in there that we're going to have to look at matchup-wise and try to trust ourselves and say, okay, this is what we see on video. It's what we did today. And so, we'll keep on plugging away and keep on pushing those guys in the right direction and just stay positive with them.
Brandon Royer had been struggling a little bit. Last couple of days is really breakout. But how is it to see him come around?
Yeah, it's great. Gray too. Gray had a couple knocks today. He's starting to come out of it a little bit. And it's, you look at, their numbers and you say, okay, why are you hitting them where you're hitting them? You're hitting Gray in the leadoff spot and Brandon in the 3 hole. But again, you got to trust what you see with your players, and they do it every day in practice. And they're guys that are going to come out of it. They're too good of players not to, and so you keep trusting them. And I think that's one thing as a player I would want. I would want my coach to keep putting me in there and saying, okay, you believe in me, and it helps you relax and play a little bit.